I've seen death. I've seen my friends, my men being killed. It doesn't take too many days of that, and you change dramatically.
We was hungry, we had no food, but then you'd be able to fire some crazy thing and shoot at you.
Everywhere you would look, you would see dead people, you know, a dead soldier there, here, ours, theirs, civilians besides, dead animals.
Awful.
You don't have a chance when your friends go down, you know, to take care of them as you might. Those events would come back, and you never forget them.
No, you don't. This episode is called The Breaking Point. Can't help but wonder if that also means that it's going to be my breaking point emotionally. 1945 now.
After holding the line at Bastogne, Easy Company was once again called on to help push the Germans back through the Bulge.
Garnier, move him out. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Second platoon, let's go!
I was glad to be out of my foxhole and moving again.
Is that... So, the one narrating, Lipton, is that his name? I don't know if I have the right name in my mind.
During that 1,000-yard attack through the woods, we encountered sporadic German machine gun fire and had a couple of casualties. But for the most part, met little resistance.
Jeez. Okay, I'm very jumpy, I guess. Luger.
Thank you.
Hubler had been talking about getting a Luger since Normandy.
Yes, he had.
Hey, Lip, that German, what'd you think he was doing?
Probably a little recon.
Yeah, just thought I'd take a walk, shoot the shit.
Oh, you're a good shot, Hope. Just glad you're on our side.
Thanks, Lip.
Yeah, it is Lipton, okay. So he's our POV this time. Seems like it.
Where's Dyke?
He's around.
Where the hell does he ever go?
I don't know, but I wish he'd stay the hell there. It'd be nice if he took Lieutenant Shames with him, too.
Shut up, boys.
Shutting up, Sarge. Okay, what the hell was that? Patrol?
No, we would have heard.
One man, maybe a sniper.
There was no rifle.
What do you see, Shift?
Oh, Jesus, it's who? He shot!
Sniper!
No, he shot himself!
Oh no, the Luger.
What happened?
Oh crap.
Put a gun in your pants.
Shit, fuck, I wasn't touching her, nothing.
Doesn't matter. Those things can just end up going off.
Hoop, where you hit?
My leg!
Oh man.
I don't look, Hoop. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. Come on.
Hoop, it's all right.
Hurts like a son of a...
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay.
I think maybe I hit both.
Don't worry about it.
Right, Hoop.
Not malarkey.
Wait, you got the wrong guy. My name's...
Hubler
Keep talking to him, Hatch. Keep talking to him.
Okay? Hoop, listen to me, Hoop, it's okay.
You think it was a German leg, Hoop?
You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
Just in such shock.
Wrap him up, wrap him up. Hang in there, Hoop. That was a great shot, really. You are, Hoop.
Yeah. Okay?
You're a great shot, Hoop. Great shot. Stay with us.
Take it easy. It's all right. Don't worry.
Doc, what are we gonna do?
How we doing, Doc?
Okay, you're gonna be fine.
Can't see a thing. We gotta get back to an aid station.
Oh crap.
Take it easy.
Stay there, Hoop.
No.
Doc. Doc.
He was wearing so many clothes we couldn't tell how bad he was bleeding. By the time we got him to the aid station, he was already dead. The bullet cut the main artery in his leg, sir.
Oh, hell, Lip. Yeah. Wouldn't have made a difference if you had known. Cut that main artery in the leg, that's it.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm gonna go back and make sure the boys are all dug in, sir.
I miss him.
Oh, I just would have expected to get this kind of news from him.
Well, I was there, sir. Figured it might as well be me.
Thanks, Lip. Oh man, I really liked him. Malarkey.
There were long stretches where we didn't know where Lieutenant Dyke was. He'd disappear, go off on these walks for hours at a time.
In this
It wouldn't have
weather?
been so bad if he was just one of the guys in the company, but Lieutenant Dyke was supposed to be leading the company.
Yeah.
Dyke wasn't a bad leader because he made bad decisions. He was a bad leader because he made no decisions.
Oh no.
So I will probably be called away regularly. Are there any questions?
Yeah. What's the formation you want us to go for?
At present, as per usual, but I'll clarify that with you at a later time, Lieutenant.
Oh god. There's like no confidence in his statements.
All right, I gotta make a call.
Oh dear. I feel like Buck could be a way better lieutenant than this guy.
He'd been sent down to E Company to get some combat experience. Sometimes we got the feeling E Company was an annoyance to him, something unpleasant he had to get through before he could continue his march up the ladder.
Seems like someone that might be better behind a desk. Like what Winters was doing a bit ago.
There's a little town down the hill over there, right? And in that town are these guys. And these guys are called Germans.
I did not recognize him earlier with the facial hair.
I wouldn't want to be a replacement officer coming in here. You're getting thrown in with a group of guys who've known each other for what, 2 years? They've been in combat together since Normandy. You're supposed to just show up and lead them?
That's a valid point. Yep.
How could anyone really hope to gain the respect of the toughest, most professional, most dedicated sons of bitches in the entire ETO? If you ask me, a guy'd have to march off to Berlin and come back with Hitler's mustache or something. Anyway, you guys don't worry about Dyke. Everything will be fine.
Well, I don't know if I believed any of that, but as company first sergeant, it was my job, not to protect Dyke, but to protect the integrity of the company.
Division's not gonna let me replace him just because I got a bad feeling about him. Even if they would, who'd I put in his place?
Or is Lipton gonna maybe...
Too many war movies. Thinks he has to yell all the time.
Both you little crapheads did not listen to a word I said during that brief.
Oh gosh, that would be so annoying to hear constantly.
Buck's a real combat leader, but you know, I want Easy Company to have at least one experienced platoon leader. Not that it matters anyway, because I can't get rid of Dyke.
We all know who you'd like to have running easy. Trouble is, it's not your job anymore, Dick.
We all agreed Buck Compton would have been the best choice to run easy.
I was right with you guys.
But to be honest, Buck wasn't the same soldier he'd been before he got shot in Holland. He was more serious somehow.
And don't you two do something stupid like that, all right?
Try not to, Buck.
I mean it. I've invested too much goddamn time shaping you into something useful. You do something crazy, get yourself knocked out of this thing.
I know. You'll kill me.
Even if you're dead, I'll still kill you.
Yeah, I really like Buck.
Crazy Joe McCloskey. And Buck kind of reminds me of him now. When getting shot, that got him. It was being in that hospital. I've been there, okay? Besides, you saw, once he was up moving around, he was his old self again. Buck Compton's fine.
Has me nervous.
Don't do anything stupid. Who the hell is he talking to? Bunch of morons who volunteered to jump out of a perfectly good airplane. Can you get any more stupid than that?
Probably not.
Right.
I swam across the Niagara once.
What, in a barrel?
No. God, I didn't go for the falls, George. I swam across the river.
I still love these little stories that we get when they have conversations.
I heard about Hubler. Shame. That the Luger?
Yes, it is.
Where you from, Lipton? Where'd you grow up?
Huntington, West Virginia.
I don't know it. What kind of work did you do there?
My brother and I helped my mom run a boarding house.
So, what made you decide to join the paratroopers?
I read an article about paratroopers in Life magazine. Talked about the training, how hard it was.
You miss it?
Miss what?
Huntington.
Try not to think about it that much. Where are you from,
Odd. Yeah, my response. Just felt like a very low effort and genuine conversation.
I think I got something that'll help you with your leadership problem.
Huh, Dyke's being transferred?
No, I can't help you with that. But Division has decided to pluck one officer from each regiment that served in the heroic defense of Bastogne, send it back to the States on a 30-day furlough.
Oh.
Turns out I've been plucked.
That's fantastic, Lou. Good for you.
Thank you.
How in the world does your leaving help me?
Doesn't, I'm not going. I've already seen the States. I grew up there, that's why I came to Europe.
Oh, you're not taking it.
This thing's wasted on me. But I'm sure we can find an officer somewhere in this battalion who could use a long trip home.
Lieutenant Peacock, I can't think of anybody who deserves this more.
Aww. Oh my gosh, he is so darn cute. Hoo-wee.
News I've heard in weeks.
Yeah.
Hell of a guy.
Just great smile.
I mean, it really means a lot, you know?
Oh, get out of here.
Oh, I love this.
Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray.
What are you doing here?
Want to head back to the line, sir.
Joe, you don't have to do that. Get yourself back to the aid station. Heal up.
I'd really like to head back with the fellas, sir.
All right.
Joe Toy had been at the aid station for 3 days, and everybody was glad to have him back, especially Bill Garnier.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you, pal.
You too.
What the hell you doing back here?
I had to make sure you're on top of things.
I'm on top of things. Tied me own boots once last week. All by myself.
All by myself.
Where'd you get hit?
What's that?
It's Webb. Replacement.
Really? Thought it was some guy I've known for 2 years and I forgot his face.
Joe got hit in the arm.
Webb is the replacement right now.
He got pinged to the neck in Holland. And right next to him, that other skinny little guy, that's Popeye. He got shot in his scrawny little butt in Normandy.
Buck got shot in his rather large butt in Holland.
Yeah, kind of an easy company tradition getting shot in the ass.
First Sergeant Lipton over there. He got a couple pieces of a tank shell burst in Carentan. Almost took out his nuts.
How are those nuts, Sarge?
Doing fine, Bill.
Remember during that moment, I said that I wasn't sure if the guy that told him he was fine and had everything in one piece was like lying to make him feel better, or if he was actually telling the truth. He was actually telling the truth. So that's good.
Lieutenant Ronald Spears was one of the platoon leaders in D Company. He was already a legend.
Mm-hmm.
Stories about Spears are probably all bullshit anyway.
He has a very serious face.
What are you men doing out here?
We're watching the line, sir.
Keep up the good work. While you're at it, you might want to reinforce your cover.
Oh, well, actually, sir, Lieutenant Dykes are not even to bother. They're only going to be here 1 day.
Don't forget what I said. Carry on.
Ah! You gotta be fucking kidding me! Someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna fucking die!
What happened?
One of those 1st Battalion fuckers took a dump in my foxhole!
Think they shit in everyone's foxhole, Joe. I don't think they wanted to spend much time above ground.
While we were in the Bois Jacques, the Germans had been shelling our old position. There were signs of tree bursts everywhere. That got our attention. Looking across the field at Foy, I could see enemy troops. I still couldn't see their artillery, but I knew it was down there.
If they've got us targeted, maybe...
We hold the line here. Sergeant Lipton's right. We're gonna strengthen our covers, and we're gonna hang in. We're not gonna fall back. Right, Lieutenant?
Hmm?
Right, Lieutenant?
Fine. You all take care of it.
Jeez.
Incoming! Take cover!
Oh boy.
Come on, take cover! Take cover!
Jeez. Oh gosh. Okay. Yep. Oh my gosh. Hurry.
For some reason, at that moment in that half-finished foxhole, all I could think about was the 4th of July when I was a kid. I loved to blow up dirt clouds and pop bottles and the like. Looked forward to it all year long. What I saw that day was the most awesome and terrifying display of firepower I'd ever seen in my life. Of course,
This is
I wouldn't have been laughing
crazy.
if I'd known what happened to Joe Toy.
Oh no. Joe. Is there a reason we're not seeing his bottom half?
Maybe we should see if anybody's hit. Malak, that's what they want.
Oh wait. There was another Luger guy? Wasn't it Malarkey that was always after the... Wow, those two guys look so alike that even though they were saying Hoobler, my brain was like, oh, it's a nickname for Malarkey. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I did not realize that was a whole different guy. Oh, Joe.
I ain't gonna get up. I ain't gonna get up. I need my helmet.
Okay, so Malarkey's alive and well.
Is that Joe? Stay.
Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! Stay in your foxholes!
But Bill wants to see his friend.
Shit. Come on, Joe. Come on, buddy.
Oh.
Come on. Come on, pal.
You said you'd get back in States before me.
You ain't going anywhere. You're all right. Come on, Joe. Ah, gee. Think I overdid it on the cover of my foxhole?
Incoming!
Damn it. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
Come on, come on! Hurry up! Go, no! You're gonna get bombed! Come on, come on! Move the bill!
Come on, Joe.
Hold on, I'll be there! I'll get out! No!
During the second barrage, I wasn't laughing anymore.
You could be like buried alive in your foxhole. If enough trees land on you.
First Sergeant Lipton, you get things organized here. I'm gonna go for help.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, kind of called it that Lipton would kind of be in a leader role. Oh, man.
Medic! Stay ready! Stay ready! How you doing, Popeye?
100% ready to kill Joe, Miss Lip.
Doc, what can I do?
Hold this. What's a guy gotta do to get killed around here?
Bill, you going first.
Whatever you say, Doc. Ain't got old guy near this time.
We got you, soldier. Take it easy.
Hey, Joe, I told you I beat you back to the States.
How's Buck? Luz, how's Buck?
He's fine.
You sure?
Yes, he's fine. You should probably go talk to him now, huh?
Yeah, might be a good idea. So, was Buck seeing them dead when both Joe and Bill were okay?
Some say Buck changed after he was shot in Holland. Maybe. But I know something happened to him when he saw Toyengar.
Okay. I was confused. I mean, that's why I started crying, because I thought that Bill and Joe are dead.
On the report, it said Compton was being taken off the line because of a bad case of trench foot. It didn't say anything about him losing his friends. Buck was a great combat leader. He received the Silver Star for his part in taking out those German guns on D-Day.
Gosh, how we all know what an exciting young man you are, and how your heart and love.
I guess he just couldn't take seeing his friends Toyengar near all torn up like that. No one ever thought any less of him for it.
Oh, Buck.
With Buck off the line, there was no longer any possible alternative to Dyke.
That way a little while ago.
At least none we could see.
Lieutenant Dyke.
We were stuck with Dyke,
He's over there.
and he was off taking a walk.
As per usual, apparently.
First Sergeant Lipton, you organize things here, and I'm gonna go for help.
Hey, Luz.
Complete asshole.
That's really good. Great impression of Dyke.
You think so? I thought it was a little off.
Nah, you got it pretty good.
Huh?
Don't do it anymore. Especially the part about what he said to me. Doesn't do anybody any good, okay?
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
Fair.
Wise ass.
Jesus. Oh my gosh. Was oh my gosh. It'd be devastating. Oh my gosh. Who's this?
What you gonna smoke?
I don't.
Uh-huh.
That was a
The
shocking
shell that hit the
visual.
foxhole Luz and I were in was a dud. The one that hit Muck and Pencala's foxhole wasn't. That's just the way it was. Muck and Pencala were good men.
Yes, they were.
Their death hit Malarkey the hardest. Malarkey's best friends in the company had been Compton, Muck, and Pencala. In less than a week, he'd seen 2 of them die. Later that day, we were back in our old position overlooking Foy. We were all worried about Malarkey.
I don't want to worry about Malarkey.
Didn't I hear you say you wanted to bring a Luger home for your kid brother? Why don't you give him that?
It's Hoops, right?
Yeah, I was gonna get rid of it, but I don't know. Captain Winters was wondering if you wanted to go back to battalion and work as his runner for a few days.
Tell him thanks. I'm gonna stay here.
You sure?
Why don't you at least come back for an hour or so? Say goodbye to Buck. I'm sure it'll mean a lot to him.
All right.
Okay, good. Go say bye to your friend.
Be careful with that.
You don't shoot your
Getting
leg,
even
please.
50 yards back from the line just for an hour or two could make a big difference in a soldier's state of mind. On the morning after the shelling that killed Muck and Pencala, I saw a soldier try to dig a foxhole with his bare hands.
Private.
He didn't notice that he'd torn off all his fingernails.
Private.
Fear is poison in combat. It's something we all felt, but you just didn't show it. It's destructive, and it's contagious. Buck was never the same after seeing Toy and Garnier get hit that day. I guess he just needed some time away from it all.
Hi, Buck.
But I knew the terror of those shellings and the unrelenting pressure we've been under since we got to Bastogne could take their toll in other ways. I was afraid the men would lose focus, suffer a drop in morale, and that was dangerous, especially in combat. We'd cleared the woods east and west of Foy. Now it was time for the inevitable assault on Foy itself. Frankly, I was dreading it.
I'm also dreading it.
E Company would lead the attack. The problem was, at least in my estimation, E Company still did not have a leader.
Can Lip not be a leader?
The night before the attack, I did something as first sergeant I would never have imagined myself doing.
How's Easy's status?
The men are good, sir. They're prepared. I'm gonna be leading 2nd platoon tomorrow. They're probably the weakest after losing Toy and Garnier and Muck and Pencala. But all in all, I have every confidence in the men, sir.
Good.
But on the other hand, I have no confidence in our CO, sir. Lieutenant Dyke is an empty uniform, Captain. He's not there, sir.
Well, he's gonna be there tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I understand he will be there physically. But tomorrow's gonna be the real deal.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have to lead those men. He's gonna have to make decisions, sir, and I gotta tell you, sir, I think he's gonna get a lot of Easy Company men killed.
Thank you, Sergeant. That'll be all.
Yes, sir.
I said what I had to say. There was nothing Winters could do. He couldn't very well remove a company CO, especially a well-connected one, because of the misgivings of a company first sergeant.
I mean, fair.
3rd Battalion will come in from the east, led by I Company. That should cause distraction. D Company will be in reserve, but we shouldn't need them. The point is, you gotta move in there fast. Clear?
Clear.
I'm relying on you. Get it done.
I don't feel good.
Let's go! Keep it moving! Keep moving! Keep him tight, Shane! Keep moving! Keep moving! Easy company! Hold up! Will you move? Get me Foley on the radio. Get out of there! Move!
So I think we should take cover.
Find some cover! Find
Oh my gosh, like you were...
sir! Fall back! Fall back!
This is a mess.
Carry on me! Move back! Pull back!
Why are we going back?
What are we doing, Lieutenant? Why are we stopped? Go back! Fall back!
Roger, kidnap.
Harris,
Stand by for 6.
Lieutenant, what's the plan? I don't know! You better get Dyke on that radio to me now. You take your men on a flanking mission around the village and attack it from the rear! Stay here! You understand?
to go around and attack the village by itself?
We will provide suppressing fire!
We're gonna be kind of alone out there, Lieutenant.
Get going forward!
In the rear. Ramirez, 2 guys, take them, go! Find some cover behind this table.
I just don't... Oh, Jesus, like...
Connie! I got you! You guys stay down, stay down! I think we lost fight!
Ugh, I'd be more emotional if I wasn't frustrated.
We are sitting ducks here! We have to keep moving! We've got to keep moving! Dick! Captain Winters! God damn it, you do not go after! Tell the battalion commander now, get back here!
Now, Dick, I understand your attachment to Easy Company, but
Spears, get yourself over here! Get out there and relieve Dyke and take that attack on in!
Come on, Webb! Let's go, kid!
Ugh. Oh, Webb, the replacement. Spears.
Sir, most of the company is spread out here. First platoon tried to end around, but they're stretched out. They're pinned down by a sniper.
Mortars and grenade launchers on that building till it's gone. When it's gone, I want first to go straight in. Forget going around. Everybody else follow me.
Yes, sir.
Thank God.
See? Immediate plan. Out it comes. And we go. I do feel bad for Dyke, like... But yeah, he's not here at all. And he hasn't been. Oh gosh.
What do you see, Lieutenant? Armored infantry! A lot of infantry! Sir, I think they're gonna pull back. If we don't connect with I, they're gonna slip away. That's right, wait here!
Item Easy 6! What the hell?
Spears?
At first, the Germans didn't shoot at it. I think they couldn't quite believe what they were seeing.
Honestly.
The astounding thing was that after he hooked up with I Company, he came back.
I mean, with all the rumors about Spears, I mean... Thanks to him.
We took over 100 German prisoners.
Wow.
After that, it was mostly cleanup.
Sit down!
he just camping out this whole time? Waiting for people to sing and have fun?
Mellett, Heron, Sawasco, and Ken Webb were killed by a sniper. There would have been more if it hadn't been for Shifty Powers.
That's Dyke, right? Hey, Bull.
You hit bad,
Briganti.
Beautiful wound, Lip. Shot me right through my ass.
You hang tough.
Hey, Sarge. That true about Dyke?
Yeah.
Thank God for small mercies, huh?
We'd been looking down at the town of Foy for the better part of a month, knowing that's where we had to go. It was a great relief to have done it. I guess a lot of the men thought once we'd taken Foy, they'd get us off the line, ship us back to Mormallon for a breather. But that wasn't to be.
No, not at this time of the time, this point in the time of the date that we are in. The month and year. There's not really any slowing down.
We spent our night in Rashamp in a convent. It was the first time we'd spent a night indoors in a month.
That would be awesome. Hope everyone had good sleeps.
The sisters there brought in their choir to sing for us. It was heaven. Of course, in the morning we found out Mormallon would have to wait. Hitler had launched a counteroffensive in Alsace, and we were bound for the town of Hagenau to help hold the line. I spent part of that night trying to come up with a roster for the company to see who we had left. We'd come into Belgium with 121 men and officers plus 24 replacements. That's 145 total. We were going out with 63.
Oh, man.
Garnier was badly wounded and Hubler died accidentally. Joe Toy had lost his leg. Among the dead were Heron, Mellett, Sawasco, Kenneth Webb, Harold Webb, Alex Pankala, and Skip Muck. Our month in Belgium cost us one good officer, Buck Compton, and one bad one, Norman Dyke. But we gained a good one in the end, so I guess we came out ahead.
Spears.
You want to ask me, don't you?
Ask you what, sir?
You want to know if they're true or not, the stories about me. Everyone says they heard it from someone who was there. And then when you ask that person, they say they heard it from someone who was there. It's nothing new, really.
And everyone has slightly different versions of the story.
Maybe they kept talking about it because they never heard Tertius deny it.
Maybe that's because Tertius knew there was some value to the men thinking he was the meanest, toughest son of a bitch in the whole Roman Legion.
Okay.
These men aren't really concerned about the stories. They're just glad to have you as our CO. They're happy to have a good leader again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from what I've heard, they've always had one. I've been told there's always been one man they could count on. Let them into the Bois Jacques, held them together when they had the crap shelled out of them in the woods. Every day kept the spirits up, kept the men focused, gave them direction. All the things a good combat leader does. You don't have any idea who I'm talking about, do you?
No, sir.
Hell, it was you first, Sergeant. Ever since Winters made battalion, you've been the leader of Easy Company. And you're not going to be first sergeant much longer, first sergeant.
Sir?
Winters put in for a battlefield commission and Sink approved on your behalf. You should get the official nod in a few days. Congratulations, Lieutenant.
I'm so happy for him. And Spears was so nice about it. Perhaps that's the factor that helps keep Easy Men bonded so unusually close together. Trauma bonding is a very real thing. All right, episode 7 was stressful, very intense, very frustrating, and then very uplifting and made me happy. Love that for Lipton at the end. I'm so happy with the way that Spears told him, and I'm just happy for him, and I'm proud of him because, yeah, he was competent this whole time in this episode, and especially compared to Dyke, like, you know, when Winters was sitting there saying, like, I don't know who, in my mind, I'm just like, Lipton seems capable. He seems fine. He's kind of just doing it anyway. So I'm glad that that's been recognized. This episode really highlighted the importance of a competent leader, even more so than episode 1, of course, because episode 1, that was all just training, right? So Sobel, with his mistakes, I mean, it was just training, right? This was the real deal, and we're actually seeing the consequences of that kind of person. And I do feel bad for Dyke. Like, clearly man's going through some shit, but like they mentioned earlier in the episode, we all feel fear, but you have to you gotta keep it down, right? Like, you have to, like, brain first, like logic first always, and focusing on what needs to be done and what you have to do first, and all that stuff just has to get, so you gotta push down, which like sucks obviously, but it just has to be done, especially when you're in a leadership position, because you've got all of these men that are relying on you to lead and direct and make the calls and tell them what to do. And the orders that Dyke was thinking of was just messy, and it was really frustrating, and they did a good job of just showing the casualties of that. And then Spears comes in and just, like, in 3 seconds says what needs to be said, and away they go. And so I'm really glad for that. The scene with Spears, like, running, and I loved Lipton's narration over that, because that's what I was thinking. I'm like, what is this guy doing? He's just, like, full speed, just by himself, running through on, like, an open road, surrounded by Germans. Didn't give a fuck. But maybe that was his mindset. Maybe that was his mindset about it. He's like, so there's a quote that I really, really love, and it's, act confident and no one will question you. And that's what that scene reminded me of. Like, Spears just confident as fuck, just out and ran and focusing on what he needed to do. And yeah, I was surprised the Germans enough that he didn't get killed. So that's great. I love that. I also like that he came back, which expected, I think, like, but also, yeah, I'm just glad. I love that whole scene. It was really well done. Everything before that, everything before the Foy, the actual, like, assault on Foy, was a lot, and it was emotional. So, by the way, I did just look up a picture of Hoopler. Yeah, so it was both Hoopler and Malarkey that were, like, looking for Lugers, but it was more so. But now I'm confused, because don't fault me for this, I don't know why I do, but, like, I actually think that Hoopler and Malarkey kind of look alike too. In this episode, we're seeing a lot of these men now with facial hair, which we haven't seen before. Like, a lot of these men have beards and mustaches for the first time in this show. So forgive me. I thought Hoopler was Malarkey at first, despite the name. Like, I heard them saying Hoobs and Hoobler, and my dumbass just, thought it was a nickname for, The show is going to be so much easier on a rewatch, because I will know the names and faces way better than I do on this first time through. I mean, it was still a really sad moment, though, when Hoopler died. Like, I feel like love is such a weird word, but so let me finish my sentence. I loved the changing of his face, like, from the makeup team, to make him more and more pale every single time the camera was facing him, because that was, like, the indication to me that he was dying, like massive indication that he wasn't going to make it out of this. And I also appreciate that they mentioned how much clothing he was wearing, because it didn't seem like the worst injury ever, but yeah, main artery in the leg, he definitely bled out extremely fast. That was a really heartbreaking scene, especially because it was an accident, but also, like, that kind of stuff happens all the time outside of wars too. Like, people just confidently put their weapons in their pants and think that things are fine, and then all of a sudden it just goes off, and yeah, they either end up severely injured or even dead. Like, yeah, it's brutal. So it really sucked to see Hoopler go out like that. Although I am very grateful that Hoopler was surrounded by, like, 6 men. 1, 2, 3. There was, like, 4, then the doctor, and I think there was one other guy too. There's, like, 5 or 6 guys around him. So I'm glad he didn't die alone. I'm glad that he died in the arms of his brothers, and yeah. And then I'm also glad that Lip grabbed the gun and then held onto it and ended up giving it to Malarkey. So yeah, that was great. Speaking of Malarkey, I'm glad we have him around. I will still say he is one of my favorites. So I'm very relieved for that. But yes, that whole middle section of this episode through the woods when they were being rained down on, I liked Lip's comparison to like fireworks, 4th of July, right? Like, I'm sure that would be a sight to see. I appreciate that he said that he was obviously both terrified but also like amazed by what he was seeing, because it was quite a sight. And the way that they did it for the show, like the visuals of it, was crazy. And in many ways it did look beautiful, but I would say hauntingly so, like hauntingly beautiful. But those scenes, those scenes, I was gonna say stream, that wrong word, streams. Those scenes really stressed me out because we had a lot of men die. I felt so bad for Buck. So that's like, I'm not going to go back. Like, well, I'll see the scene again in editing, but Buck saw them get blown up. It seemed like, yeah, we were seeing them from Buck's perspective and they were both not moving. They were both on the ground, just not moving, right? I think they're dead. And then Buck, like, he takes his helmet off and he drops it and he's staring at them like they're dead. But then a scene or two later, they're both up and talking, and Bill's getting loaded onto the stretcher, making jokes with Joe about getting back to the States faster. And so I was a little confused, but I trusted the process. And then, yes, they clarified that, like, yeah. So that's what it seemed like to me. Like, Buck, in his shock, he was seeing them in a worse state than they actually were in. But even still, like, I mean, it was still a worse, like a bad state to see them in. And he was already quite affected by what had happened before and up till now. So this was just like the cherry on top for him in terms of just war trauma, PTSD, that sort of thing. So I do hope we can still see Buck in the rest of the show. I really like him too. So I'm hoping to see him. But I'm also happy that he is going away for a little bit. So what was the numbers at the end? I think Lipton said like 140 something and we're down to like 63 guys. That's so many lost men. Lost men in the sense of like deaths, but also wounded or just has to be away. Like that is quite the loss. So the next one being Hagenau. Hagenau. I think I recognize the name of that place, but sitting here thinking right now, being like, what happened there? I can't remember my history very specifically right now. So going into this next episode, that's what we're going to be seeing. Seems like it. So we may as well just get right into that. All right, so episode 8 is called The Patrol.
We had lost some very good men there. Toy and Garnier had lost their legs there. A difficult situation there.
6, 7 of them were real close friends of mine.
Skip Muck died, and Eugene Rowe came to me 10 minutes after he was killed, and he wanted me to see if I wanted to go look at him, and I said no, I wouldn't be able to stand that, so I didn't go look at him.
It's just a gut feeling, but everybody had that feeling. I believe I might be able to live through it, so walk carefully. Take care of yourself.
I feel like the guy saying that he was good friends with like 6 of them. It was like malarkey, maybe. I'm really excited to watch the documentary.
The 101st Airborne had been made famous by what it did in the Battle of the Bulge. Newspapers called them the battered bastards of Bastogne. They'd been through hell on earth and were now pulling into the comparative paradise of Hagenau.
Comparative paradise.
All I knew was what I had read and heard around the replacement depot.
Oh, who's narrating? Who are we focusing on?
When I was finally able to rejoin Easy Company, they looked nothing like the heroes who had just helped win the war.
George Luz. Yeah, it's me. Oh, come on, I haven't been gone that long.
Who is this? Am I even gonna remember him?
Hey, guys. Sergeant Martin?
What do you want, Private?
Oh. Sorry, sir. My name's David Webster. I just got back from the hospital. Good for you. Oh, come on, Sergeant Martin. This can't be everybody. What about, Hubler? Where's he?
Oh, brother. Yeah, things have changed a lot, friend.
Hey, guys. Some lieutenant told me to report to 2nd. Your name's Jackson, right?
That's right.
Who's leading the platoon?
Mickey Malarkey, lieutenant. I'm fast track now.
Really? That's great.
I don't know that Malarkey's all thrilled about it, though.
You come from the hospital?
Yeah.
Must have liked that hospital. We left Holland 4 months ago.
Well, I wasn't there the whole time. There was rehabilitation, then the replacement depot.
Well, I'm sure he tried to bust out and help us in Bastogne, Webb.
I don't know how I would have done that.
Well, it's funny, because Popeye found a way. So did Allie, right? Back in Holland. And Garnier and...
Yeah, where is Garnier? He's still your platoon sergeant?
Nah,
Let's go.
he got hit. Blew his whole leg off.
He's trying to be all friendly and catch-uppy, and these guys have just been through hell for a long time, and they are not in the mood.
What's the matter there, Webster? Nervous in the service? No, I'm fine, Sarge.
The guys I knew were either gone or very different from what I remembered, and had been with the company since its formation. But now, because I had missed Bastogne, I was treated as a replacement and felt like I was starting all over again.
Yeah, I don't remember Webster.
Feeling all right?
There you go. He's got pneumonia.
Oh,
Sorry to
no.
hear that.
What are you sorry about? He's alive. He's got a couch, goddamn blanket, snug as a bug.
Had to be a full moon. So much for the cover of darkness. It's gonna leave the patrol exposed.
Yeah, full moons are bright.
Lieutenant Jones looking for Captain Spears.
He's on his way, sir. Why don't you sit down?
You got any soap? I need a shave.
I'll send some down.
Winter shaves so much.
Regiment wants patrol for prisoners.
This one comes straight from Colonel Sink, so it's not my idea. What do we need to do?
There's a 3-story building on the enemy side. We know it's occupied. You can have 15 men. Think very hard about who you want to lead the patrol. You'll need a lead scout or translator. I've got the entire battalion on covering fire.
When?
Tonight, 0100.
Yes, sir. When'd you graduate?
June 6th, sir. D-Day, yes, sir.
All right. Don't get hurt.
Captain, request permission to go on the patrol.
No. You don't have any experience.
Private Webster from 1st Platoon. I just got back from the hospital, and Lieutenant Foley told me to go to 2nd, but Sergeant Malarkey said...
Fine, second. Take,
Lieutenant Jones.
Lieutenant.
All right, second.
Are there other officers in the platoon?
No, sir. Just Sergeant Malarkey. Hey, OP2. This way? Wait.
Shit! Go!
Oh, it's Heffron, McClung,
Ramirez.
Come on, right.
This is Lieutenant Jones, just assigned to 2nd Platoon.
So, you want to introduce me to the men?
Well, some are sleeping downstairs, the rest are right here.
He looks so clean compared to them.
What do you know about this patrol thing?
Nothing.
Oh, come on, Webb. You gotta know something.
I don't.
Bullshit. Come on, Webster.
Captain Spears is to pick 15 men. Lieutenant Jones wants to be one of them.
They haven't made any attempts to cross the river.
No. They have roofs over their heads, sir, just like us. I don't think anybody wants to do anything stupid at this point, right?
Just give us the names, Webb.
Who?
Well, if I tell you, you can't let on that you know.
Your secret's safe, Webb. Who is it?
Heffron. Shit. McClung. And you. Look, that's all I know. I'm sorry.
So it's McClung, Heffron, and Ramirez.
I'll tell them. I just need
Listen up! Got some bad news. So far, Spears wants McClung.
No. Yeah, we've just fucking heard. Webster here told us.
Oh, dear.
Including winter shoe packs.
Beautiful.
Yeah, finally, right?
Good of them. Now we're in a nice warm house.
Also, we got showers. All right, let's move! Clear it out! Now move! Moving! Come on, go!
Yeah, stay low!
You okay? Yeah. Showers, let's go. Come on.
So scary.
Casualty!
Who? Oh, no.
I was on my way back.
In war, soldiers sometimes die in the fever pitch of a firefighter by artillery when they're huddled in a foxhole. Bill Keene, a Toccoa man, was killed because he was carrying a sack of potatoes from one building into another. In the wrong place at the wrong time. He was dead before Doc Rowe even heard the call for a medic.
Did you know him well?
No, not really.
He did, though.
Malarkey.
And Webster.
Swear to God, if we were down to 3 guys, they'd still want us for it.
Can't believe they're gonna make Malarkey lead it.
Christ, he only lost his 5 best friends. What the fuck's he got to look for?
Has it been a long time since your last shower, Professor?
The guy that wants to go isn't on the list. Oh, Malarkey. He is not the same man that he was. His whole personality has changed.
Lieutenant Jones wanted to experience combat before the war was over. Don Malarkey had been on the front lines every time Easy Company had seen action since D-Day. If it was possible for them to switch places for the patrol, it would be a small moment of justice. The decision, though, was not theirs to make.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Oh, Hershey bars!
Jesus Christ.
We can turn me.
Yeah, who they for?
Give the kid a Hershey bar, huh?
You gotta
Look
be
who it
shitting
is.
me.
What's up, guys? Like we do at the plays, George.
Yeah, you did good, huh? How you
All
feeling?
right, as long as you keep your hands off my ass, I'll be fine.
Have Hershey's.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, you guys a fucking Hershey bar?
Well, he got shot in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get him out of the fucking way, come straight back.
Yeah, well, that's not what I heard. I heard the crowds are finished.
Hmm. That's one more person that came back as soon as they possibly could.
About the patrol, I feel that I should go on the patrol, sir. I know I could use the experience. Denied. Anything else? It looks like Sergeant Malarkey could use a break, sir. I've discussed it with him, and he said that he did not mind if I took his place on the patrol. That was nice of him.
Denied?
Captain Winters.
Yes.
I'd really like to be on that patrol, sir. It's true the crowds are finished. I haven't really done anything except deliver mail and type morning reports.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Captain.
He's got a point about Sergeant Malarkey.
Yeah, a point.
I know he doesn't have experience, but it's like when you've got men that haven't really done much compared to ones that have been through fucking everything.
Dan Hook. Eddie, gentlemen.
Sir.
Sir.
Okay.
Assembled 15 of you here for this prisoner snatch tonight, 0100. Secured 4 rubber boats to get you across the river. Lieutenant Jones here. He's the ranking officer, and he'll be along as an observer. Sergeant Martin here will lead the patrol in Sergeant Malarkey's place. The whole battalion will be covering your withdrawal.
And if the house turns out to be empty, sir?
It won't, but in any case, we know it's an outpost, wanted destroyed, so you have to lay some demo on a time delay. You have to move fast, but carefully. Remember, it's about prisoners. Don't pop the first thing that moves. Picture your assault team.
McClung, Sisk, Cobb, Garcia, and Webster. This translator. The rest of you guys at base of fire with Sergeant Grant. You speak German, right, Webster?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's my team, sir.
Good luck.
Okay.
Dan Hut.
I'm looking forward to see how this goes down. Oh. Kind of feel bad for Jones a little bit, but
Jones is as good as mine.
I feel worse for Webster than I do for Jones, but it's not fun having to hear people talk about you.
Liebgott and I, we both speak German. You said 15 men. There's 16 of us, including 2 translators.
Fine. Hey, Liebgott, you want to sit this one out?
Yes, sir.
Martin, you want to supervise?
Yes, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Or your 2 5s?
Yeah.
You set for tonight?
I'm ready.
Those crowds are gonna catch some hell.
So I hear. I'm not personally going in. I'm supposed to stay in the rear and give them cover.
Yeah, it's the best place to be.
I like this scene.
Getting back safely could be successfully accomplished in as little as 10 minutes. The same mission could be met with disaster and result in nothing more than 15 Americans killed or wounded in action. Those of us who had seen combat before put that out of our minds. Those who hadn't probably thought of little else as we waited for darkness.
Webster, come on. Keep it steady. Keep it steady.
Well, it's unfortunate. Oh, so this is like the sneaky episode.
Secure the right perimeter and the crossroads. Clear? Security out. Go. Move.
I still feel very tense. Like, it's super intense when it's loud. It's just as intense when it's quiet.
Jackson, wait! Put it down and keep your hands out where I can see you! Keep deine Waffe näher! Keep those crowds quiet! Hoch! Keep deine Waffe näher!
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Ramirez, watch best. Let's go, Webster. Let's go. Split him up. Come on. Check him for weapons. Cover me, McClung. Keep those men quiet. Shut up, you two, and pick him up. Ramirez, pick up Jackson. We're moving out. Are you ready? Shut up, you. Come on. Powers, fall back. Moving out. Come on, keep those prisoners head down and let's keep moving.
Was that Leap God helping from across the river? Did I see that right?
Jesus Christ, come on, blow the goddamn whistle!
Yeah, that is. Oh gosh. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on.
We got wounded! Come on! Bye-bye! Get the crowd back down and shake them down! Move! Shut up! I can't do this. I can't do it.
I'm going to get a medic. Got this?
Jackson, listen.
Oh my gosh.
Listen to him. Don't listen to him. Look into the Still, keep calm, buddy. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
God damn
it! Don't.
What the fuck you doing? We're not gonna get more prisoners because you killed one! Frank! Listen to me, Frank! Hey! You gotta stop. You're okay, Jackson. Take it easy.
Eugene. He's so good.
All right, look at the flame, Jackson. Look at the flame. Okay, that's good.
Oh, it just got so quiet.
All right, let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of here.
Guys, come on, help the doc move. It's okay. It's okay. We're not gonna die. I need you to hang on. Jackson!
Eugene Jackson was 20 years old. He'd lied about his age when he joined the Army at 16.
Wow.
His family, I'm sure, got a telegram from the War Department saying he died a hero on an important mission that would help win the war. In fact, Eugene lost his life on a stretcher in a dank basement in Hagenau, crying out in agony while his friends looked on helplessly. He was just one more casualty in a war that was supposed to be all but over.
That was hard to watch. The makeup effect work so good in this show.
Private Jackson took a grenade frag rushing the enemy OP. It was his own grenade.
He died of his wounds, sir.
Any others?
No, sir.
Well executed. It's not your fault. Talk to your men. Carry on.
Thanks, sir.
It really wasn't his fault. I mean, he did yell at him to not go in. He was just excited to be there.
What you looking at, Webster? Yeah? That's what I thought, college boy.
Okay, Cobb.
Are you drunk, trooper?
Leave me alone.
Answer the question.
Yes, sir, I am drunk, sir. Sick and tired of fucking patrols, orders.
Hey, Cobb, shut up. It's boring, okay?
Taking the side, Johnny?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, still don't really like Cobb all that much.
I don't know, Dick. I don't know what to tell you. He gave him a successful patrol, now he wants two.
Successful.
Y'all did a damn fine job on a tough mission last night. I want to wish you good luck tonight, because I'd be expecting more of the same. But damn sure you remind them how proud I am of what they did.
Yes, sir. So I'll brief him now, sir?
No. No, I'll do it. You men did an excellent job last night. I'm proud. I just saw Colonel Sink. He's proud, too. In fact, he's so proud he wants you to do another patrol across the river tonight. Means we'd have to venture farther into town this time.
More dangerous this time.
It'll be 0200 hours instead of 0100. Is that clear?
Sir.
Good, because I want you all to get a full night's sleep tonight. Which means in the morning, you will report to me that you made it across the river into German lines. We're unable to secure any live prisoners. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Look sharp for tomorrow. Moving off the line.
That's literally what I was thinking too. I'm like, I just heard that right?
Don't bother writing this up. I'll take care of it. You might actually enjoy it. Okay. I think you might be honest. Sir, join us at the company CP.
Jonesy getting a little invite.
First Sergeant Lipton,
Sir.
your honorable discharge as an enlisted man.
Just keep them coming, Luz.
Your battlefield commission as a second lieutenant.
What we have here, boys?
Hey, pal.
Congratulations, Corbett.
Thank you. Welcome back, sir. Yeah, it's Harry. Congratulations. Thanks.
Regiment has seen fit to promote you to first lieutenant. Want you on staff up there.
Go far with that.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Word was Captain Nixon wrote up a bogus report and regiment never got wise. As we pulled out of Hagenau, many of us in Easy Company felt that a corner had been turned, and we all might make it home alive.
We'll know more as soon as we get closer to the line.
Webster, like him being the POV, is a very interesting choice for this episode.
Oak leaves.
Congratulations, Major.
Sergeant Martin. Hey, Lieutenant. Good work. Thanks, sir.
But I feel like the choice to have the POV with Webster is because he's like the odd guy out, you know. He's like the equivalent of being like the new kid at school, trying to like fit into all the existing. Oh, here we go. Thank you for the hand, the lift up.
I wondered if people back home would ever know what it cost the soldiers to win this war. In America, things were already beginning to look like peacetime. You couldn't get a hotel room in Miami Beach, it was so crowded. How could anyone ever know of the price paid by soldiers in terror, agony, and bloodshed if they'd never been to places like Normandy, Bastogne, or Hagenau?
From England to France, Holland, and Belgium. Yep. Last two episodes are going to be a lot. I'm excited though. All right, the last patrol. That was such a fascinating episode. I really enjoyed it. I had to look up Webster real quick. Previous episode that he was in, just to remember exactly who he was, because in this episode I didn't remember him like at all. So yeah, so the last thing he was in was Crossroads. That's where he was injured. 4 months he's been gone. I do feel bad for him that like he's coming back, he's super cheery and happy and very clean, and he is not getting the reception that he is hoping for, or trying to get rather. And because he's missed so much, the other guys just don't give a fuck. And they are showing resentment towards him because of the fact he was gone so long. Every single time he was trying to ask where certain people were or whatever, like he was just getting kind of like short answers, definitely not reciprocated with the kind of like vibe or anything. We're seeing these men at their absolute lowest so far in this series because of everything they've been through. And the actors are doing such a phenomenal job of acting that way too. Like especially the one who acts for Malarkey. He just felt like a completely different man in this episode, but coming off of the last one, I mean, it's completely understandable why. Not just everything, every location and assault that they've done, but just the trauma of like having your friends either be hurt severely or killed, like that also takes a toll on you. So yeah, Malarkey was very different in this episode. Webster, very much being treated like a replacement, even though he technically isn't. The guys made it very clear that like other guys came back so much faster than you, right? Like didn't make excuses or anything like that. Like Webster, you know, when they confronted him about how it's been 4 months and, you know, why haven't you been back sooner? Like Popeye was, and Garnier came back soon and such and such. And what did he say? He said like he was in the hospital, but then there was also like a recovery part of it, and then there was something else after that. Like I don't know what all the steps are, but yeah, Webster to me kind of seems like the type of person that did enjoy that time. And I don't necessarily get the vibe that he never wanted to come back, like that once he was there he was just like fuck the war, like I don't want to return. I mean, in this episode at the very beginning, like he seemed genuinely excited and happy to be back. Maybe he's one of those people that wants to ensure they're like fully recovered before they come back. Like, you know, there are people like that where they, instead of pushing themselves, they have the mindset of like, no, like let me fully recover so that I can then be my best self when I return. So maybe that's the kind of person that Webster is, whereas like everyone else has the mindset of like, no, I got to get back like as soon as possible, right? And with the show being called Band of Brothers, and with how closely these men have become good friends with each other and rely on each other and very much are like brothers with each other, they would have that response to someone like Webster who got injured and then just wasn't there for such a long period of time, right? Anyway, so yeah, it's like I understand the guy's attitude towards him. I do. I also still feel bad for Webster though, because oh gosh, it does suck to be that kind of like to be treated like that, right? And then thankfully he wasn't the only one though. Jones, who seems like a new, like I don't think we've seen Jones before, or at least I don't remember him, but I also didn't really remember Webster, so maybe. But no, Jones seemed like someone coming in to like help out, like maybe from somewhere else. So he was also given kind of that resentment-ish treatment as well, but on a different level because he was new. Like he wasn't part. It's not like he was like Webster where he was there and then got injured, was just gone for a long time. Like he's more of a replacement, I guess. I like Jones' attitude, you know, really wanting to just participate in something before things conclude, right? So I admire him for speaking up and you know, admitting to wanting to do something, but I also understand like Winter's decision to not and deny it because of the fact that he isn't experienced, and so they brought the other guy in to do it instead, to lead the patrol. Can't remember his name now, I'm so sorry. There's so many men in this show, it's really hard to keep track of names sometimes, but we'll get there in the end. We'll get there, and rewatches will certainly help. When I edit these, it'll help out more too. But at the end, happy ending for this episode. Both Webster and Jones getting some good rapport with the guys. Webster, I don't know if they're like fully accepting him now or like still kind of warming up to that, to like the way that it used to be. But the patrol was successful. I mean, yes, they did leave a German behind that didn't end up dying right away, but they did get 2. And yes, we did lose a man, Jackson, which, oh my gosh, that scene was hard. It was tough. It was hard. Again, that makeup work on his face was just so well done, and the acting by that character, the acting by the actor for him was phenomenal, and it was very uncomfortable. Also, the acting for his friend, who was just like emotionally wrecked over him being injured like that, especially when he was trying to like kill the Germans, and they were trying to like stop him because basically trying to explain to him like, if you do that, that's not good. You cannot do that. It was just very chaotic. It was very well done. The whole patrol section of this episode was great. I loved that we were getting kind of like a sneak thing, because we really haven't had that at all. Like we have for a little bit, but not for very long. This one felt like the longest time where we've had like everyone's been super quiet and there's no, like nobody's fighting us. Like we're just like sneaking our way in. So I really enjoyed watching that part, and then of course all hell broke loose, and then it was very intense getting back across the river, and then the stuff with Jackson and him being injured. Like, yeah, it was a lot, but it was very well done, just like everything is in the show, and I still enjoyed it. Webster, I think, proved himself during that patrol. I did find it interesting that he had to bring up the whole like two translator thing, because this is just me, the person that doesn't understand war and stuff very well. But to me, wouldn't it be better to have more than one translator? It's just my opinion. So I don't know why Webster felt the need to like bring that up. Was he? I can't see that he was trying to get out of it, because he's back. So wouldn't he want to try and do things to get, or was he saying that in order to get Liebgott to not go? Like, because he said it to Spears, and then Spears immediately told Liebgott to stay behind, and then Liebgott kind of had like a expression of like, hey, thanks. Well, no, not like, hey, thanks, like sarcastic, but like a genuine like, thanks, like now I don't have to go kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know. I can't tell if Webster was like, I can't really tell why Webster said that. Like, was he trying to get on Liebgott's good side, I guess? Knowing that like Spears would send Liebgott, or not send him, but like keep him back. Yeah, I'm not sure. That scene was interesting. Anyway, what else do I want to talk about in this episode? The Lipton, the moment with Lipton at the end getting his what is it called? Battle commission thing. It is a promotion, I'm gonna call it. Him getting his little promotion, and congratulations. I loved that, because oh my gosh, between these two episodes, I definitely enjoyed episode 7 more than this. I mean, this one was still fantastic. It would be so hard to rank these episodes, by the way. I'm thinking of that now. But I did enjoy episode 7 more than this one, just because I personally felt like I just appreciate Lipton more as a character, I guess, than Webster. But I also I'm going to mention again that I love this show for having us focus on different people with different skills and in different positions, and also in different circumstances. Like, I still love the medical episode with Ro. That is such a highlight for me out of this whole show. And then like this one was super interesting to focus on someone that is like coming back from having significant time off. And I just love the choice. I love the choice for the show to take us through so many different circumstances and things, but yet still tell the story of like in a timeline, like an actual chronological order of events that took place, and in prime cities. Prime cities, just like big cities where lots of shit went down, right? So this has been just lovely. I'm still having the best time, and I can't believe we only have 2 episodes left. A lot of you have kept requesting and asking for the documentary. Yes, definitely will be watching and reacting to that. I know it's on YouTube. That will be in its own video, so I'll still do like 9 and 10 together in one, and then the documentary will be after that. And I'm super excited for it, because I've loved the intros to all of these episodes with these guys, and it's been fun trying to, because I don't know how accurate this show is with its casting, right? So I'm really paying attention to what these older men are saying, and kind of like the cadence and tone of their voices as well. Like, I know they're older, and obviously the actors are portraying a younger version of them, but still, there might be like some kind of clue as to like who certain people are. I'm gonna go with it and say that one old man that talked about like losing 6 of his friends or whatever is Malarkey. So we'll see if I'm right. Anyway. I think that wraps up my thoughts on this. Thank you so much again for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to your comments down below. And we will see you back here next week for episodes 9 and 10. Until then, I wish you a fantastic rest of your day. Have a good one, everybody. Take care.